Have you shared the link for the live?
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the session 6 of summer school. Hope you have all done your assignments for the previous session. Thank you, Chan. Uh, yep, we'll start. Welcome to session 6, guys. case, it is PM Cross Gen AI, and it's part of the Summer School 2025 series. In this session, we're going to blend product and generative AI. By the end of this, you will know how to use cutting edge AI tools. You'll get an idea of what all AI tools to use where, and how to do rapid prototyping using AI, and bring digital products to life as soon as possible whenever you get an idea without writing a single line of code. So let's get into it. So this will be the session flow for today. Me and Karan will be presenting the session to you people. Uh, the whole session flow is like intro to AI, where we'll give a brief idea about Gen AI and LLMs, what is AI prototyping, and about ChatGPT, prompt engineering, N8N, Replit, and Lovable. So, can we start? I hope we can start. Okay, so intro to AI. Let's start with some quick differences and definitions. So, what do you see in this page? The Venn diagram of artificial intelligence covering the whole of AI, and under it comes the machine learning, generative AI, and LLMs. So, all of these terms you might all get confused with one another. Like, what is Gen AI? Gen AI is also LLMs. So it's all a bit confusing, right? Let's clear the confusion. So, artificial intelligence is the broad field of building machines that can perform tasks using requiring human intelligence. So they are program machines to think like human beings. That's the basic idea of what's in AI. Machine learning. Machine learning is just a subset of AI where machine can learn from data. Uh, as you can see in the image in the bottom of the page, what do you think is the data given? Is it biscuit or cookies or dog? So machine learning, yeah, as I've said, ML models analyze the data they have been given and identify patterns, and then calculate the likelihood of different outcomes when presented with new information. So you insert into the machine learning that this is an example of a dog. Sorry, this is an example of a dog. This is also an example of a dog. This is also an example of a dog. So next time when you present an example of a dog which looks similar to this, ML models analyze the data and it identify the patterns of what's the difference between the dog size, distance, where the nose is placed, and it can identify a new image of a dog and tell that it is a dog. So the backend consists of lot of advanced mathematics and probabilities, but as you know, it calculates the likelihood of different outcomes, and there's a lot of maths which goes behind this. But the main part is the data. Data is the foundation of any AI system, with data quality being very essential for effective AI development. So the more good data which we give, the better the AI gives results. So that's why big companies like OpenAI, they train their models on large amount of data, billions and trillions of data sets, which is available as much as possible. So good data leads to good results. Bad data leads to bad output. So data type, quality, and format is very important. And yeah, um, so So, understanding the types and quality of a data, including accuracy, completeness, consistency, relevance, availability, cost, and format, is crucial for a successful AI initiative. Exactly. So, we have to understand how good of a data we need for one particular project or one particular AI to get into it fully, as so that the model works 100% of its capability. You need a good data set for that. Let's move on. So Gen AI. So in the previous page, we saw till ML, right? So generative AI is something is inside of machine learning. What is it? Generative AI is type of artificial intelligence that create new content like texts, images, music, videos, and even code. Unlike regular AI, Gen AI can generate creative output similar to what a human would do. So, can anyone know what is Gen AI in simple terms? Please put it in the chat, guys. Basically, it can generate new content, text, visuals, music, anything you want. So, what are the examples of Gen AI? Give the examples of Gen AI in the chat. So, what is the difference between Gen AI and machine learning? It comes under a part of machine learning, where machine learning can be used for varieties of purposes, but Gen AI is just one particular uh, use case of machine learning. Is everything going fine? Please reply using a thumbs up in the chat or give examples of Gen AI. How much times you use ChatGPT per day, guys? Let's hear it out. Wow, using now. What do you use it for? Is it for decoding the session live? A lot of people use for meetings, transcripts, and for the minutes of meet. Microsoft Designer, Adobe Firefly. Nice. Yeah. So, what is foundational models? Let's get into what is foundational models, people. So, so then engines behind Gen AI are called foundational models, right? They are massive neural networks trained on huge data books such as books, website, code bases, you name it. So these models learn how language, logic, and structure work by consuming everything they can as much as possible. Uh, they are trained on massive data sets that allow them to learn complex patterns and perform varieties of tasks across different domains. So think of foundational model as a highly advanced learner. I think we all have that friend, or we are all ourselves like a highly advanced learner. Think of yourselves as an AI who can absorb everything around you 24 by 7, unlimited absorbing, limitless. So that is what an AI does. Who It's like a student who has read everything in an entire library, absorbing knowledge from countless books, articles, website. This deep and extensive learning allows foundational models to adapt to wide range of tasks. That's why foundational model, including ChatGPTs and every modern AI, can adapt to every type of tasks as much as you give it. You name anything and it gives an answer for anything possible, right? How is it possible? Because it has learned everything. It's like the most advanced uh, human ever. Like it can think varieties of things based on the data sets provided. It connects one link to another and think upon how this works based on that. The maths behind it is very complex, and it's based on probability and statistics, and that's how AI models work. In particular, the back end of the AI. So, any doubts, guys? Let's move on. What is LLMs? So, you guys have known about ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, everything, right? So, everything is part of Gen AI, but they belong to a specific set called as LLMs. This is one exciting type of foundational model, and they are specifically designed to understand and generate human language. Computer generally like to get inputs in terms of binary, right? But LLMs is not like that. They understand and generate human language. They give all kinds of contents and they translate languages, answer your questions in an informative way, even if they are open-ended, challenging. If you ask ChatGPT about your personality, about from your prompts you have ever written to it, it will give about your personality also, as if it has been a friend to you. How is it possible? Because it itself acts as a human being who's trained to understand you and your challenges in the most fundamental way as much as possible. They also LLMs is used everywhere, right? So ChatGPT can be the back end of a website where you have a chatbot. The chatbot can be connected to a ChatGPT. So LLMs is nowadays everywhere. So as PMs or innovators, as product designers, understanding LLMs helps us figure out how to plug them into our products and workflows. So LLMs, yeah, they are not just used in chatbots, but also in as a smart assistants in general. As we have told on the ideation session, how to incorporate AI into the product. AI is not just an additional feature; it empowers your product. But in this session, we will be focusing on how to use AI in the steps of your product thinking and prototyping. Understood, everyone? Which is your favorite AI, people? Like there are a lot of AI nowadays, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity. Which is your favorite AI? Perplexity. Nice. Because we got it for free, isn't it? Gemini. Nice. Gemini is getting more powerful day by day. So you can see about LLMs in the image given below. How to take up structured data, text, voice, images, 3D signals, everything, and convert it into information extraction, instruction following, object recognition, image captioning, Q&A, sentiment analysis. Most of us, we would have done one of these six in our journey with AI. What do you guys use AI for the most? Please tell it in the chat. Like, like how we have used it for content creation in the summer school, like other blogs, and we have taken from different websites. Uh, Content creation is very important nowadays, and AI particularly helps a lot for content creation. So, what do you guys use AI the most for? Purpose. Maybe classify among these six also. Information extraction, instruction following, object recognition, image captioning, Q&A, sentiment analysis. Tell fast guys. What do you guys use AI the most for? Like being in a designer, whenever I need an asset or illustration, I just give it a prompt instead of making or looking on internet. Yeah, nice. He will also tell you how to give a very good prompt in today's session. Watch out for that. Yeah, LLMs can be used to generate a lot of images also. So illustration is pretty good from AI nowadays. AI generated videos is also hitting the market a lot. It's it's redefining content creation. So shall we move on, guys? I hope you understood about LLMs. Uh, in one line, specific and super powerful type of foundation models used to understand and generate human language is called LLMs or large language models. Can anyone tell what's the full form of GPT in ChatGPT? Everyone uses the word ChatGPT, right? What's the full form of GPT? Tell the full form of GPT, guys. The world's most famous LLM, ChatGPT. What's the full form of GPT? Yes, Aditya, that's right. Generative pre-trained transformer. That's perfectly right. So let's move on, people. I hope you all understood about LLMs. So one way to keep AI from taking a job is to use AI to do your job better. That's what everyone is trying to do nowadays, right? So let's go on to understand how can we use AI to do prototyping. What is AI prototyping? Does anyone know any of these tools? Have you ever heard of Lovable, Replit, VNaught, Swinsurf, Cursor, Bolt? Has anyone heard of these tools and have used before? They are very popular AI prototyping or no-code tools available on the market. They're getting more popular day by day, guys. You must have heard it on the news also. Lovable, guys. We'll also learn about Lovable today. Yeah. So let's move on. What is AI prototyping? So prototyping in the AI era. So till now, we have done the design thinking process, and let's see how to do prototype in using AI to make the process much easier and more modernistic. So ideation, initial brainstorming and analysis by the PM team, right? So ideation, you guys will do about your product and get the ideas. You can also use ChatGPT to give a basic understanding of whether any ideas is possible or not. Not for the full product and every feature, you can't use ChatGPT, but uh, for the ideation, you can get help from AI. So next is the execution. PMs, product designers, or if you're a product innovator, startup founder, execution is one of the most important parts because we all can generate ideas, but execution is getting pretty hard, right? Or was it? It was hard many years ago. When nowadays execution is becoming as simple as possible because of the modern AI tools. More importantly, the no-code tools. They use tools like Lovable Cursor, N8, and Replit to build prototypes via prompts. You just need to know proper English prompt generation. To use tools like Lovable, they can just execute and develop a prototype in no time. And yes, what is the generative AI powered prototyping process? Research. Use AI to gather data outline features. That is, AI can be used in research a lot. Have you guys heard about Notebook LL? Notebook LLM is a very popular Notebook LM. Sorry, I made a mistake. It's Notebook LM. Have you guys used Notebook LM? It's very popular and it can be used for as a good research tool to get a lot of research insights. It's a product by Google. Check it out, guys, if you haven't ever used of Notebook LM. So first process is the research. Use AI to gather data, outline features. Next is the sketch or wireframe. AI-powered text-to-image tools. Even ChatGPT and there are a lot of tools which can give text-to-image, right? So you can use those for understanding how your product is about to look. Whether it is a hardware or software product, you can use text-to-image tools for basic understanding of how your product must be in outline. Design. Use AI to define your basic style. In the ChatGPT, you have to tell what's your style of the website or product is gonna be. Is it gonna be like a website or an app, or what's the design of it going to be? You can give a lot of references for it to understand. Next, develop. You can generate code using the Gen AI tools, publish and test, and iterate. So this is the generative AI powered prototyping process used nowadays normally by all the managers, AI product managers, or any startup enthusiasts. And if you're looking to develop a product, this is the process which you need to be following, which is research, sketch, design, develop, publish, and test, iterate. Let's move on, people. What is AI prototyping? So, in the again, let's continue to go deep into this. So, AI's role in enhancing UI UX design. So, you guys must have went to the Figma classes last time, right? Figma also got in AI newly, so AI is there in Figma also. So nowadays you can use Figma to directly generate good websites, like same like Lovable. Even Figma can also do that. So what is AI role in enhancing UI UX design? UI UX design is a very important part and parcel of the product development process, right? So the product development UI UX design is very important, such that you have to master UI UX design to make the user experience and the user needs to be validated properly in the product, right? So when people use your product, it must be giving a very good feel to the user. So the AI's role here is AI-driven collaboration. AI enhances teamwork and workflow optimization, predictive UI. AI anticipates user action for seamless design. Creative assistance. AI offers suggestions to overcome creative blocks. Automated usability testing. So basically, AI can do all of the stuff which is needed in the UI UX design, and it can do it much faster and without the need of actual people. It can't replace, of course. We need actual user needs, not only taking everything from AI, but for a prototyping process, which is not the actual final product, AI can do this in a lot easier way, as much as possible. And yeah, faster prototyping. AI streamlines the design to development process. AI can do everything from designing to the development of your product, full front end and back end combined. Personalized UX. AI customizes UI elements for engagements. You can give AI the task, make my website similar to my idea of putting a blue and golden design and incorporating your it should be a representation of yourselves. What color represents your idea of your website? You can give it to an AI so that it will give the same idea to the website, and you can see the final output of the website to be a representation of your idea properly. Smarter user insights. Yeah. So let's go to the chat GPT where my co-partner Karan will be taking over.
Hey everyone, hope I'm audible. Please confirm. And I really hope you are enjoying this session. So, from the first session, I see that we have gone to depth in terms of content. We have condensed a lot of stuff. So, from theory, we are now coming to practical, and even more than that, we are coming to how you can use the currently available tools to improve the design thinking process. Because, as this slide suggests, product managers interviews will be like this is a little bit of an exaggeration, but it is not too far from the truth. Because if you are a product manager in today's market who does not know any AI tools, or who want to remain in their conventional ways, I believe there is going to be a lot of trouble for you to get your next job. Because right now what companies want is for you to leverage as much AI, as much automation as possible, and to use it for the betterment of the company, for the betterment of the process, to improve the processes and cost cut. So all right, and I heard that we were having a discussion about Gemini getting stronger day by day. So I want to confirm with you guys, have you seen what was the ranking of Gemini in terms of solving the JE Advance process, JE Advance question paper? So recently, we have seen that JE Advance paper was solved by different LLM models, and they were ranked basis the amount of score they got. So anyone, any guesses who topped, and what was the rank of Gemini, or let's say ChatGPT, OpenAI in that? I mean, that is an exam most of people have solved to be here. So, all right. Okay. Pratham says sixth. Janu says first. And okay. So, as far as I have seen from memes, guys, my data is coming from memes. So, I don't know how much true is that. But I saw it again and again. So, it's stuck in my mind. So, recently I saw that Gemini has actually ranked first in solving the JE Advanced exam. So I mean, if you see in terms of accuracy, then I believe Gemini Pro is the way to go. Then, but these all these LLM models are performing at such a spectacular level that you can't even comprehend. I mean, there will be definitely a division based on what happened before ChatGPT, what used to happen before ChatGPT, and what used to happen after that. I mean, this is going to be uh, okay. Sure, I will correct the name, sir, for sure. And yeah, so I was talking about there will be a definite transition between pre ChatGPT and post ChatGPT era, where maybe in upcoming generations we will be telling about how we used to go to university. I mean, those who are doing postgraduate, they will be telling how we used to go to university before ChatGPT was a thing. And that will be our traveling through mountains for our school story. So that's definitely what's going to happen. All right. So let's talk a little bit in depth about what exactly is ChatGPT. So there was an article called Transformers is All You Need, and that was released in late 2017, if I'm not wrong. And that was the paper that transformed actually the world of large language models, that actually gave us something that simplified these models so much. So we see what currently is going on. What exactly transformers do? You saw the full form of GPT, but exactly what is the role of these transformers in this large language model? So, at a high level, what exactly they do is they have a lot of data stored in them. And what they do is when you type one word, they predict the upcoming word. When you ask a question, they write the word, and then through the transformer, they are able to just construct word by word by word a sentence and then make sense of it and then give you as much information, as much specific niche information as they can based on your prompt. So, what exactly is the prompt? Now, prompt is something that you give. That is that is a form of command that you give to the LLM model, and then the LLM model, based on your prompt of how specific it is, how good it is, how much clear it is in understanding, gives you a result. So I don't know if you guys have heard this thing, garbage in, garbage out. There is a philosophy followed for machine learning models wherein if your data is not good, the output that you're going to get is definitely not going to be good. So this is a very important thing to consider, and we will, as we go forward in this session, understand why exactly is a good prompt very important. All right, and let's see how ChatGPT is helping product managers, because at the end of the day, this is where we are going to use it. So it can stimulate realistic user interviews and analyze feedback to deeply emphasize with hidden user needs and motivations. Imagine you are a marketing manager. Imagine you're a product manager who is going to talk to users about the product that you have. Now, let's say there are a lot of users and there is a lot of data that you have. How are you going to go through all of it and actually, reveal the patterns that you're observing? This is something that would usually take months for product managers to just look into the look it into this large chunk of data that is not even uniform, and then understand what kind of problems users are facing. This has been eased up by models like ChatGPT. They can make the data small, they can make the data clearer, and they can help you emphasize with the user in a much better sense, because you have gone through all the data and you understand the pain points. Then further, it helps detail scattered insights in a clear problem statement, enabling you to define what truly matters for user. If you guys were there on in the first session, you have seen how important is to understand the problem statement. There are plethora of companies who failed just because of this reason, that they were not able to catch what exactly is the problem statement, and that's where ChatGPT will help you. Now you can rapidly brainstorm and cluster diverse ideas and cluster them into actionable theme, and that's where ideation comes to the picture. Ideation will not just be an idea that popped up inside your mind, but it will be a brainstorm of a lot of ideas and the pros and the cons, and you can do a lot of repetitive, a lot of rapid analysis of all the ideas that you have. Feasibility checks again is something that is so important to the ideation step, and that is where ChatGPT really helps a lot. And after that, prototyping. Now it can draft quick UX copies, mock up flows, and even generate lightweight code snippets to prototype concepts rapidly. Earlier, what used to happen was prototype was this, clingy work of creating something that you even don't know whether will work or not. So now what happens, you can create parallel prototypes with ease using small code snippets that ChatGPT will give you. And that's where the game is changing. Now it also helps you create realistic user scenarios, generate usability questions, and analyze responses. This help you test your hypothesis. This help you visualize, and this help you actually understand what might the end user not face with this solution that I'm creating, or what else they might face with it. So this is something that chat gpt gives you a power to do, gives you the aspiring product managers the power to do. Can we move to the next slide, Tanish? Sorry, I forgot to share my screen. Or maybe I can share my screen. All right, you moved. Cool. Okay. Then what else ChatGPT can do? And here, by ChatGPT, this is a reference that I have taken. However, you can put, let's say, Gemini Pro here, and it won't be too much of a difference. There are different tools inside these LLM models you can use. Let's say for ChatGPT, we have the we have the availability of different models based on the problems we have. Similarly, Gemini offers something like Gems, wherein you can have different conversations for different things, and you can keep that conversation going. So that is again something you can see with different LLM models. Now it can help in writing, research, ideation, testing. We covered all that. Documentation, automation, analysis, and content creation is, again, as we were having this discussion earlier, content creation is an extremely important step. And from grammatical mistakes to structural errors to thematic and tonal issues, ChatGPT has solved it all. It will give you a brisk professional tone if you want it, or a casual friendly tone if you need. It can give you anything what you want if your prompt is right. And then we reduce a lot of time in manual writing. And lastly, the most important thing that ChatGPT provides us is enhancing the versatility. So basically what you can do is you can leverage ChatGPT by connecting it directly to your applications, and that just transforms the whole game. Let's say if you want to create a chatbot, but you want to create that chatbot using ChatGPT. You want to give it a flavor of your own, but you want the background to be covered by ChatGPT. What you can do is simply use platforms such as Zapier, platforms such as browsing, platforms such as N8N that we will explore today, and you can connect APIs through it. And using that, you can make the whole process automated. You can have a chatbot that is that is backed up by ChatGPT, and that will give you the kind of solutions you won't find, and will take you a very long time and high precision if you want to hard code it all. So that's what ChatGPT can give you. And if we move forward, all right, here when it gets actually interesting. Now I am emphasizing again and again on the prompts that you give to ChatGPT. Now let's take an example. If I tell ChatGPT, write an email to my boss asking for a leave, it will give you a prompt. This prompt will give you a response. This will give you a response that might be very vague, and that might not exactly tell your boss, if you directly send that mail, what exactly is going on. Why are you not coming to office? Why is this leave for? But on the other hand, if you create a format, if you give the prompt specifying every condition, that will give that response a very personalized, very customized touch, and that will give you results that you couldn't imagine is given by a LLM model. Now, where this format comes: task, context, exemplar, persona, format, tone. This is one of the most commonly used prompt for prompt engineering, followed by a lot of people, be it in data science field, be it in product management field. A lot of people use this prompt to get the kind of results they want to have. Now, this is also in terms of importance. Giving the task is absolutely important. If you don't have a task, it won't give you a result. But alongside that task, the task was to write a mail to your boss about the leave. But what was the context? Why exactly were you writing that mail? Why exactly was what exactly was the reason for that leave? And then exemplar. Chat GPT does not know. Like, writing a leave application is an easier step, but if you are making Chat GPT do something complex, it is always good to have an example in place, because you know what kind of thing you want. Chat GPT will not know unless you specify it. So exemplar is something that you give as an example to the LLM model of what and how you want the product, you want the answer to be. Persona, again, let's say if you ask ChatGPT to create a design thinking process for a problem statement, but you don't specify that you want it from the point of view of a UI UX designer, or you want it from a point of view of a product marketing head, they will not know. They will give you a response that is generic. They will give you a response that works a little for every persona. Specifying the persona is important because it gives the LLM model an idea what exactly are you talking about. The format, now this is easy when you say it is a mail, it is an application. But when it gets complicated is when you want a complete report, and that report has to follow a certain structure. Now what you will usually do is, if you are giving a very vague format, a very vague prompt, then ChatGPT will give you something. It will be cluttered, it will be paragraph wise, it will be huge chunks of text, and then you will sit closely and you will just divide it as per your format. Well, that's one more step, and that's one more headache to have. So why not we include the format inside our prompt itself? That gives you the solution. And lastly, the tone. Tone is definitely important, however not as important as the task, of course. But let's say if you want the tone to be casual, if you want the tone to not be so professional, you want it in a friendly manner, then tone is important, because otherwise it will just be vague and you won't be very sure about what exactly the model is talking about. Okay, now let's talk about an in class activity. Let's go. Are you excited? Is it too heavy? Is it too light? First of all, tell me that. Are we going too deep? Are we going too nerdy with this? You guys want a high level view, and are we going too detailed, too granular? I really want to know what you guys think. Waiting for your chats, of course, waiting for your comments. Of course, it cannot be as light as the story session we had for the first session, because that was more like, it was more like a story theoretical session, as compared to this, which is more practical. It includes things. So that is the kind of thing. And all right, let me give you an interesting problem statement. And what you guys need to do is to give the prompt that you will give to the LLM model or chat GPT basis these prompt engineering patterns. So you need to have a task, you need to have a context, you need to have an exemplar, you need to have a persona, a format, a tone. First three are compulsory. After that, you can just choose if you feel it is important enough to include, but task, context, and exemplar are very important. So are you guys ready for the task? I will give you like 2 minutes to think about it and to write it on chat. And I mean, there is no winner or loser here. I really want to see how creative you can get, how detailed you can get. What aspects can you think of a problem statement that might come in handy? So if you guys are ready, I will share the problem statement. Okay, Aditya says it's high time we did AI. Absolutely. I think it was yesterday the high time when we did AI, because right now it's just a race and everybody is running. So, yeah, it's really important that you guys are well versed with AI, no matter which sector we are talking about. So, all right. All right. Pratham says, yeah. So let's go and I will share the problem statement. You guys have 2 minutes and then you have to give me task context exemplar of your prompt. You can include persona, format, tone, but that is not compulsory. The first three are. So the problem statement is, you need to create a dating app, Tinder, if you may say so, for elderly people. The problem statement is, I want to create a Tinder for elderly people. Now it's as vague as it gets. Give it a structure. Give it something that is in terms of task, context, exemplar, that will help ChatGPT understand that what exactly do you need. So the problem statement I will repeat is, I need to create a Tinder for elderly people. And trust me, I'm not that old. So it's not for me. For sure not for me. But give it a try. I mean, I wanted to create it as vague as possible. So yeah, this is as vague as it gets. So you guys have 2 minutes. So at 20 sharp, I will expect your results, your prompts. And after you have generated a prompt, I would really encourage you to go to Chat GPT and like give Chat GPT these prompt and see like what amazing stuff it gives you. I mean, that is a potential market. You see, if you completely wear the product manager hat and see if there is a requirement of such application in the market. I mean, in my narrow vision, maybe yes, because we don't have anything like that. If you remove temples and Nana Nani parks, I don't think we have too much of a scope for interactions between elderly people. So why not create a Tinder for them? Right, I mean, their bio and this is like me journalizing everything and me being a bad person, but yeah, I mean, they can share, they can vibe on the favorite gods they prayer, or maybe the kind of spiritual videos they watch or something like that, like just random. But yeah, all right, it's 8 already, so hoping to see your prompts now. Come on, guys, whatever you have done, share it. I want to see your creativity, your detailed analysis of this immensely important problem statement that might change the future. Mr. Eggy saying LOL. I remember this name particularly from the first session, Mr. Eggy. And Garvit says, okay, Garvit, I will not talk too much about it. And okay, all right, let's see the kind of responses. Do you guys need more time? Is it? I mean, don't go to Chat GPT and give this problem statement and ask Chat GPT to create a prompt for you. That will be like, that will be a problematic situation, definitely. Okay, so I legit did that. See, I caught you. So, I mean, don't you feel that this is like a very meta situation wherein even for a problem statement that we are planning to give to Chat GPT, ultimately we are using Chat GPT to generate that prompt. I mean, it is a little meta for sure. So ideate for a dating app for elderly. You are a product manager trying to find a new project. Make the app like Tinder, but should have something differentiating. Very good start, Aditya. Very, very good start. We have given the task. We have given the task very clearly that we need to ideate for a dating app for the elderly. It includes everything that the problem statement had. And the context also, you are a product manager. So this gives kind of persona as well as the context. So we are trying to find a new project, and then the exemplar is like make a app like Tinder but should have something differentiating. So definitely this follows the rules, and this is a very good start. We want to try to make it a little more specific as per the details. So I gave a very vague problem statement. However, mostly in situations wherein you will need to create these prompts, you will have a very good idea of what kind of problem statement you have. You will just need to think about it and make it more specific. All right, then Aditya, really good work, and you get street creds for the efforts you have put, because I don't have anything else to give you right now. So, and I'm hoping to see more responses, but as we go along, so let's move to the next slide, Tanish. All right. Now, who is N8N? Who is this new guy in town? We have heard about ChatGPT, we have heard about LLM models, but what is N8N? And also, I want to know how many guys know about N8N, have heard about it, have worked on it, or just any idea about it. Does anyone know what N8N is, what N8N does? Weird name as well, N8N. I don't know actually what the origin of this is. Okay, so Mr. Eggy has generated like created a response, maybe by himself or through ChatGPT. Nobody will know. Generate a product concept and UX ideas for a new dating app inspired by Tinder. Focus on warmth and meaningful design. Include all features, user flow, and tone guidelines. Okay, so herein what we have done is we have given a proper opening statement, that is the task that was there, that we need to generate a product concept and UX ideas for a new dating app inspired by Tinder. So what I would suggest is to like kind of differentiate these steps. So what we have done is we have included two to three things, like the task is here, the persona is here, the exemplar is here, the context is largely here. So what I would suggest is segregate it, maybe that will help the LLM model to understand the width of that particular prompt. So that is just one suggestion, otherwise really good. And then focus on warmth and meaningful design. This is again really important, that we know that what kind of product we need, and that is like the warmth and meaningful design. And then include all features that will confuse the model a little, but yeah, and user flow and tone guidelines. So if it was from ChatGPT, um, it had a few problems. It would, if it actually was from Mr. Eggy, 10 on 10. And then we say we see N8N automates workflow by connecting services like WhatsApp connecting YouTube. Absolutely. N8N is basically someone that is there to reduce your work. It says, all right, why are you manually moving something from point A to point B, wherein I can act as a pipeline that directly moves it from A to B with just your prompt, with just your like with just your structure, with just your pipeline. So Na10 is a platform that includes a large number of API connectors, wherein what you can do is you can connect one kind of website, you can connect one kind of app, you can connect one kind of let's say Google Sheets to the other thing. For example, let's say I am getting a lot of emails, and I want those emails to be specifically picked out based on, let's say, some trigger words, and to be saved or to be stored in a Google Sheet. Let's say I'm getting a lot of mails, but I want to only focus on mails that are including the word product management in it. Now, what I will do is I will go to Na10, I will connect my email through API, and then I will connect that email that I have shared to a Google Sheet. And in between, I will maybe add a OpenAI model or an other smart API model. And what it will do is it will filter out only those words. It will add an if and else statement. It will only add the mails that have been sent that have a trigger word product management in it. And those mails will be stored in the Google Sheet. Now, you might think that this is like a very simple thing to do, but imagine if this is happening and you are getting a lakh of emails per day. How important is something like that? You cannot go through all the emails. You cannot go and open and check whether or not that email has the term product management in it. And that is exactly where N8N comes in so handy. It is a open source workflow automation tool, and it helps you connect apps and services to automate tasks without writing full code. That is the best part. Now, the difference between coders and non coders has been limited to enthusiasm and to will. If you have pure will, you can create products even without knowing anything about code. This might sound like sound like a hypocritical statement, but in coming future and a lot of times even now, you can create fully workable websites just by using these tools. It might be not as smooth, not as streamlined, but you will have a working model. And that's what empowers people, to empowers product managers to, even without having too much code, create products, create workflows that reduce their work. So I will definitely advise you all to go through N8 and look at the amount of API connectors that they have, and think of what process it is in your normal lifestyle even are too much redundant and can be solved through N8N models. Not just N8N, we have Zapier, we have many other such platforms wherein you can automate with so much ease. And if we move ahead, Tanish, let's move ahead. Replit. Now, what Replit does? Replit, as we have talked about Lovable as well. What Replit does, that it gives you fully workable applications, fully workable websites. It will support around 50 plus programming languages. You don't have to write a single word of code. If your prompt is good enough, you are looking at a fully workable app or website in 5 or so minutes. And that's the power of a tool like Replit. So I think if you are listening closely, you can already think about connectors wherein you can use N8N to connect something and then give the output through Replit. Imagine creating an application by just one line of problem statement. Imagine I can just write that I want a dating app for the elderly, and that goes through chat gpt and all the design thinking steps, and that then goes through Replit, and the app is created in 5 minutes. That's the power of automation we are talking about, and that is the reason why product managers nowadays need to be aware about this. They need to be knowledgeable about what exactly these tools do, because this will reduce their work by miles. All right. So, can you guys suggest what kind of automation you guys can think of in your day-to-day tasks? Like something that is very redundant that you guys do, be it in studies, be it in, let's say, anything else, managing any clubs or committees, or like any random thing that you feel can be automated. Any ideas that you can have? Okay, and it can automate workflows by connecting sources. Like what's connecting YouTube? So, Mr. Eggy, WhatsApp connecting YouTube can give you what? Like, can you think of any way wherein WhatsApp connects to YouTube and gives you something very valuable? Like, what can that be? I mean, I can think of WhatsApp as a very important tool because people use it for their small and medium businesses. People use WhatsApp as a promotional as well as a way in through which customers can place orders, and those orders can be automated to go directly to maybe Google Sheets, or maybe even Zoho Books if they are using any accounting website or accounting software, and that can resolve manually going through all the orders, tracking them, tracking their start date, tracking their delivery date, tracking the finance behind it. I mean, the possibilities are endless. It just requires you to know the right tools, and it just requires you to think from a system point of view. Creating a timetable, grocery lists, I agree so much on the timetable part. Like, let's say if your timetable includes the lectures of professors from all departments, and then you are just there trying to find where is my lecture, where can I get my lectures, and if you can find a way to automate it, that can just solve your problem. So that is something really interesting. Grocery list again. WhatsApp can connect YouTube for a group watching app where bunch of people can watch a video together in WhatsApp. All right. I can think of other websites available who does this, but this is a great idea because WhatsApp is usually what people think when talking to someone, right? When they think about talking to someone, the first idea is WhatsApp. And then when you can integrate watching YouTube videos on WhatsApp, that can be a game changer. So you are thinking on absolutely right terms there, Mr. Regi. I really liked your response. Anyone else who can share what exactly they can think of solving using these things, using the automation websites, using the automation tools? We will also try to create something for you today. So in the prototype step, we will try to show you how exactly you can go through all these steps of design thinking as a conversation with ChatGPT, and then maybe using the prompt that you get from there to go to the Replit and see if you can build a website or an application there. Something really interesting. Okay, so let's go on. Let's move on. Tanish, let's go ahead and see what we have. Okay, so this is the idea for today. We are going to connect ChatGPT with Replit, and we are trying to create magic. Let's see if we can create or not. But yeah, that is it. And then we move forward. Okay, so Tanish, you can cover the lovable part, and then we can start with the prototyping. Or you want to cover it late after the prototyping itself?
You can cover the prototyping.
Okay, cool. So I will share my screen. I have a few stuff to show. Tanish, you can stop sharing maybe. Then I think my screen will be visible. Yes. All right. I hope you guys can see my screen. It is very like clustered, but I just hope you can. Do let me know if you can. Tanish, can you confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes, it's visible. You can go
All
on.
right. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, thank you. And all right then, let's start with ChatGPT. Okay, here we are. And the idea today is we are trying to create a website that gives you a story, that gives you a start of the story. Let's say maybe you have a character in mind, you have the mood in mind, but you are just not able to figure out a story, figure out a starting point from where you can create something. So this is the problem statement, and now I want to explore, I want to check what ChatGPT thinks about it, the kind of steps that we follow in design thinking. I have the prompts available for us, and I have divided them based on the kind of format that we have. So first will be empathize. So here we have identifying the target users, and context is this is the first step. This is what I give as a context. A good response would list this is an example what I have given, and then persona is something a human centric design strategist. So let's see. Let me take this one and let me add to ChatGPT and let me see what it says. Okay, now we are in the game. Now we can see who are the possible users of my product will be. They can be creative writers, they can be students, they can be game masters or dungeon masters, they can be parents, they can be neurodivergent thinkers, mental health expressive therapy users, and educators. So I mean, you can imagine the possibilities. I when I was writing this prompt, I was not even sure that this prompt can have a target group in form of neurodivergent thinkers, or let's say therapy users, educators, writing coaches. This gives you a plethora of a scale to think of. If you have a thinking process, and if it's limited, it will open the gates to new domains, and from here you can explore if there is yet another TG that I might add in my thinking process. there is yet another TG that might be actually suitable and I should add it. And that's how you empathize with your users. Let's go on. Now let me define. Let's see what it gives me. So define, the task is create a clear single sentence problem statement for the app. Now we are using the using the user needs identified in the previous stage, and now we will define the problem that we are solving. This largely is dependent on the previous prompt, so we are also structuring the chat gpt to think like us, and that is where the game gets interesting. Let's see what it says. Okay, our target users need a personalized and accessible way to generate inspiring story starters that spark creativity, reduce overwhelm, and support consistent storytelling across various contexts. So this gives us so much of interesting stuff in one packaged, crisp problem statement. Everything that we needed now is in 2 lines, and this is in context to the emphasized step as well. As we move on, we see ideas. We create the ideation step. Let's go. Now we are getting into the ideation path. Core MVP features. We need a selector for sure, because we need the genres. We can have fantasy, we can have sci-fi, we can have mystery, romance, and then we need to know what kind of a tone or a mood that the user is having. It can have emotion, it can have something different based on the user. Now, character input. We need to generate a protagonist or a central character. That is really, really important. And then setting input. Let users input or generate setting for the story's beginning. Where exactly is the story happening? That is again a very important part. Central action to produce a custom story started based on input. So this is there. It gets into details, and that is where you as a person is required. You as a product manager is required, because you need to prioritize. You need to prioritize with a cutting edge, because chat gpt will give you everything, and now you are the decider. You decide what to keep and what to erase, because if we trust chat gpt, all these features will lead to something that was called feature bloat, and we have seen feature bloat is definitely not good. It has sunk a very big company. And tell me in chat what that company was. I am very interested to know if you guys remember anything from the first session. What was the company that sunk because of feature bloat? And we go ahead. This is the final prompt. This will give us something that we will just copy and paste to Replit. Let's go on. I see Q. I see Mr. Reggie has been attentive in the class. Okay. So imagine getting a prompt from a prompt to a different application. And that is the beauty of APIs. That is the beauty of artificial intelligence. It just not work for you. It will help you work for a different app. And how things work also says the right thing. ICQ, very good. So now let's do this easy step of just copying this one down. And here is the beautiful um, user interface for an app called, for a website called Replit. All you need to do is describe an app or site you want to create. I mean, this is something people do 4 years of engineering for, and this is it. I am not saying it will replace engineers. I am just saying this will make engineers work so easy. If they can create a prototype like this, they can improve the features, they can parallelly create so many prototypes, they can do A/B testing. So this is not just for anyone to use, it is for improving your processes as well. And if we just go ahead and paste this to chat, like to this, and it's creating. It will take some time to complete, but guess what? I have the complete thing with me. I have done in the exact same prompt. I have done so herein you don't need to do anything. It will just work and it will give you an idea of what exactly it is planning to do. So herein a single HTML5 web app that generate personalized story starters based on genre, tone, optional characters. So herein we will have drop downs, five options will be there, and then we if we click on more features, this will give original story inputs, two paragraph story starter output, copy to clipboard functionality, input validation, default value handling, smooth result display with scroll support. Is it good enough to go? What say, guys? Do you find it like good enough? We can start our website building process. Absolutely. Yes, Pratham. It gives you the code. You don't have to create anything. You don't have to write a single line of code. That's the magic. So, if you guys say so, this looks good to me. Whatever you say. All right. Let me say it's good. And there we are. Preview will be available soon. It will take no more than 2 3 minutes for a completely functional website to be with us. I mean, imagine you have just gone through ChatGPT, chatting with it, trying to identify the design thinking processes, and then what you do is you prioritize. You tell ChatGPT, all right, this feature looks important, this is not so much, and then you ask it to create a code to generate a website through Replit. It gives you a prompt that you can add on to Replit, and that's exactly what I have done right here, and it is in process. And what those old cookery shows used to do, I will do that now, because the food is in the oven and it will take 2 to 3 minutes for the food to get ready. I have already created ready-made food for you. If you see, if you observe, the prompt was very similar, and then we have the food ready. All right, guys, let's test our application. What do you guys say? What kind of mood are you in? Is it lighthearted? It is dark? Is it suspenseful? Is it humorous? Any suggestion? Anything? What kind of mood are you guys in today? Jay Agarwal says this is a lifesaver for me. I used it multiple times. Yeah, man. I mean, amazed. Okay. Jay says hungry. That is not a functionality we have right now, but we will definitely consider it. And okay, we have lighthearted. Let's go with lighthearted. Main character. Okay, so if I give you the examples, we have explored Dr. Van Doom and we have explored uh, me, and also we need a genre. So let's create a sci-fi genre, and we need it light-hearted. Main character. Okay, let's say Mr. Eggy. Mr. Eggy is a interesting enough name. Let's go with Mr. Eggy. Now, Baxter Building was good enough for Dr. Van Doom. Let's say IIT Madras. That is an interesting setting to have. Are you guys ready to have an interesting story starter? Okay. Yeah, I think I have added my name earlier. Let's try with Mr. Eggy. Let's see what kind of story we get. Okay, let's generate. All right. When Mr. Eggy discovered that their new job at the IIT Madras involved training a group of highly intelligent but remarkably lazy robots, they realized that artificial intelligence was more artificial than intelligent. The robots had unionized, demanded coffee breaks, and insisted on casual Fridays. I mean, crazy. Who knew Chat GPT like AI can make a joke on itself? They the my question is why they need coffee breaks for, and why have they unionized against whom? Okay, let me regenerate, and this will give me yet another story starter. All right. The day Mr. Eggy accidentally activated the time machine in the IIT Madras, they expected to meet dinosaurs or see the future. Instead, they kept arriving at the exact moment they left, but everything was slightly more purple. After the seventh loop, they begin to suspect the universe had a very strange sense of humor. Okay, this reminded me of Doctor Strange fighting against Dormammu. I don't know if you guys are Marvel fans, but yeah, this is sort of like coming back again and again to the same thing. So, absolutely, dude, it is actually so much fun. Okay, last one. I assure you, last one. Universe says thala for a reason. Okay, Mr. Eggy. I mean, let's regenerate. Yeah, Captain Mr. Eggy never expected the routine mission to the IIT Madras would involve negotiating peace between two alien species whose biggest disagreement was about the proper way to make space coffee. All right. Armed with a universal translator that had a disturbing tendency to add meow to every sentence, they prepared for the galaxy's most unusual diplomatic challenge. I mean, really, this can be a web series right there. I mean, the kind of web series that are currently coming right now, dude, this is peak cinema. All right, so this is something that I had for you guys about how we can use chat gpt, how you we can leverage replit to do something from just a few clicks of prompt. This is what we get. All right, let me hand over the mic to Tanish, and he will cover what Lovable can do. And then I will come back and then I will tell you the interesting assignment you guys have today. So, Tanish, the floor is all yours. Mr. Regi says sexy script. I agree. And Dormammu, I have come to bargain. Absolutely, man. I see you're the man of culture as well. Jay Agarwal is having a thermometer. I don't know what that means. I hope it's something good. All right. Tanish, buddy, take over.
Yeah, thanks, Karan. That was a wonderful and fun session. So, this of Lovable. What do you guys think about Lovable? Has anyone used it before? Tell me how you have used it and what's the product you probably made out of Lovable. I'm pretty sure everyone must have used, like, heard of Lovable at least because it's getting very popular. People say that it's the next ChatGPT. Like it's going to be as popular as ChatGPT in the coming world to make AI and FA agent. Nice, yeah, nice. So, anyone else? And make IATM social network as fully working with only Lovable. Wow. Yeah, Lovable, you can do anything with Lovable, Casey. It's fantastic. I'm pretty sure you might even get addicted to it after this session. Whether it is Replit or N8N or Lovable, these all no code agents just need enthusiasm, as Karan said. There's no limit and just ideation and enthusiasm. That's it. Make an AI chat agent that predicts potential date on what happening based on chat data. Can this happen with Global? Yes, it can happen. You can basically create an AI chat agent like ChatGPT where you can import it to WhatsApp. like import connected to WhatsApp using anything and or any other backend agents, and you can potentially make this possible. That's a good idea, Jan. Go ahead and make it. We'll be proud if you implement this actually. Anything is possible. It just with Lovable and all of AI no code tools nowadays. Any other ideas you guys have? Um, give you a free subscription. Okay, guys, let's go and see about Lovable. Before entering to Lovable, I would like to uh, uh, talk about how Lovable came into the place. One second. So okay. Um, we have we have told about design thinking problem process in the previous session, right? So how did Lovable l- came up with the product of their own? Like, what was their design thinking process of building Lovable? So, what were the owners thinking? Why did they build it? So, Lovable was created by Anton Osika and Fabian Hayden as an AFS no-code platform. So, these people, I think they had a problem with coding. So, while people are telling about AI to create websites and ChatGPT for coding, these guys actually made it happen by creating Lovable. So, of course, the empathizing part. What does Lovable solve? What do users face which Lovable solves? So, what they discovered was non-tech users struggle to bring digital ideas to life without coding. So, you have an idea. Say, let's take Karan's idea of dating for an elderly dating platform similar to Tinder. So you got an idea, right? So what do you want to do next? Exactly. It stops right that at that point. You don't know what to do next. You don't know how to go upon creating an app, dating app. You imagine 5 years back. So you have got an idea for dating app. You need to hire a software developer. You need to hire probably an UX designer who can, or front end developer, back end developer. You have to hire everyone and come with a team of 4 or 5 people to start building an app. Just to start building an app, you have to combine these 4 or 5 people and finally start to build. So that was the empathizing part. So let's frame the problem statement, shall we? What's the core problem? People needed a simple, flexible tool to build functional websites or app. Is that a good problem statement, guys? So back in that time, it would have been like, oh, this may not be a big thing, but today it see how much problems it solves. It I'm not telling it is a alternative to people, software developer, UX designer, but for rapid prototyping, in which you definitely want to get the idea out of your mind into a visual thing onto your laptop, where you want to see the actual product, the first edition of your product. You call it an MVP. You call it just putting your brain onto the screen. That can be done by modern day AI agents, no code tools, Lovable, Replit, Innate, and everything is. So, I ideate. Brainstorm drag and drop editors, templates, and smart integration to simplify building. So they prototyped it. They created a no code interface with real time preview and modular blocks and logical tools. That's about Lovable. So they tested it. And rest is history. It became very popular. So how does it work? It's a freemium model basically, and they give 5 attempts per day free and up to 30 attempts, 30 prompts in a month for free. And of course, because it's freemium, you need to subscribe to do something more than that. Shall we see the process of how can we build using Lovable. So this is the process, guys. Step one, prompt. As Karan would have given a idea of prompt engineering, you guys probably know how to do the best prompt by now. Start by typing a prompt describing what you want to build. So using what Karan has told, you have to create one of the best prompts you want, you can of the idea which you have, and put it in the Lovable so that you can get the best output and the best visual as much as close to your idea onto the screen. Next is the AI planning and generation. Lovable thinks and plans. How to implement your request, generating code. Example, using Tailwind for styling TypeScript files. So how Lovable works? So Lovable takes existing website data and how do website look, and it takes example of, suppose you give black and white kind of websites. It has like 10 15 examples, and it takes those code and has those codes in a repository, and when you ask for a black and white, it takes those code and add it into this thing, and it gives a live preview of those coding and your website functional. It gives a functional website based on that. So preview. So you can see how the Lovable website looks side on the side. You'll be doing in a prototype session now. You'll be able to see how does Lovable work. Iterate. As I told, you can continuously iterate and improve your product as much as you want. It's very good. Like as much as you improve, you can do daily. Iterate each and every day, step by step. Okay, this page should have another. This website should have another page. It is missing this feature. I want to add this feature. Every day you can iterate new things to your Lovable. So what's the next step? Deploy. Easily publish your app online with a single click, making it accessible to the others. So that's it. Your app is published, but it's just published via Lovable. To make it into an actual website, you need to uh, connect it to your GitHub and export the website code and take it into your domain. Where you bought your domain. Like you can buy domains from your GoDaddy, or you can take those codes and deploy it there also. So that's it. The entire process of building your website is done without writing a single line of code. This is where Lovable is comes into the picture. It just makes it so good, right? So you don't have to write a single line of code, but you have done an amazing process of ideating a product to deploying a product end to end. So now we will see practical prototyping example of Lovable. So I hope everyone is able to see the Lovable website. This is their dashboard where you can. This is where you prompt, and yeah, they have given some examples. Suppose note taking app. You can see how the prompt this quickly comes. Built a professional Markdown based note taking app with advanced organization search and collaboration features. So they have a ready made prompt of themselves by themselves, which is just for an example for us. And as you go down, you can see different uh, uh, websites which people have developed before in Lovable using Lovable. So you can see the type also, website, consumer app. You can see the name of the app also, AgriDome, modern research. That's the example of the design. Billify generator, and you can see lots of example. So what you can do is, I don't think you would probably know this feature by now. That's a feature called Remix. I like the design of the website. Suppose, let's say, I like the design of this one. So I click the remix button, and you can start remixing the exact same website. You can take that website which that guy did and you can start remixing it. So I hope you guys are able to see your the website. So there's a home, that's a investment page. So it's a clean UI based website. Uh, so what shall we remix into? Shall we do the same idea of what Karan said, dating app for elderly people, or you guys wanna have any other ideas which you wanna tell so that we can make a lovable right now based on that ideas? Put in the chat, guys. Anything you want, let's do that right now. Any idea? Answer your ideas in the chat. What product ideas you have? Let's make it into a product right now. Okay, I see an idea which recommends music according to weather, time, and mood. Wow, nice idea, Jay. Shall we do with that? So you are basically telling like a website which connects to Spotify or YouTube music, and it takes input from us and connects to Spotify, I guess. Is that your idea? Okay, we have another idea. Website for architectural company or personal website for individual. Okay, website for architect. Yeah, that's also a good idea. So let's do what Jay Agarwal has said. So let me just go into ChatGPT. One second. I hope the screen is visible. Let us generate a prompt to give for Lovable based on the idea which Jay Agarwal has given. Okay, is it visible now, guys? I'm sorry, I think there's a problem. Is it visible now? Okay, so so I hope you guys are able to see. Uh, Let us generate. So task. Design a full-scale responsive website that recommends music tracks dynamically based on real-time weather, time of day, and user mood. This site should have integration with Spotify and YouTube Music, allowing users to directly save or directly play or save recommended songs. The design should be intuitive, emotionally engaging, and optimized for both desktop and mobile use. Context. This site, so you guys can see the context, real-time weather APIs, leverage Spotify API, YouTube Music links. Should invoke serenity, upliftment, energy, depending on mood context. User journey, visit site, input, select mode, weather time are detected automatically. Music is recommended. User can play, save, or share. So, so it has created a complete prompt for the full-scale development of the website. So what can we do is we'll just take this and put this in the we'll put this in the Lovable. So can we feed it, guys? So yeah, I feed it through the Lovable. Let us see what it thinks, what it generates. So you can see a preview right here. We have remixed on different website. Let us see what it does. So it has got an idea. So I'll help. So what it gives is, I'll help you create this music recommendation website. Let me build a comprehensive, emotionally engaging site that dynamically recommends music based on weather, time, and mood with Spotify and YouTube Music integration. So it is building, guys. It will take some time, obviously. So in meantime, do you guys have any other ideas for Lovable? Any other website ideas? Give it, and we'll start developing it right now. To give an example, any ideas, any stupid ideas also, if you have, just give it, and we'll develop it right now, right here. Do you guys have any doubts on using Lovable? I hope it's a very simple website to use. Have you guys understood about the remix feature? It is creating, so we need to be a bit patient. List out any other ideas for potential Lovable insertion. Any ideas? If you have any other ideas, uh, Jay Agarwal, you can also give another idea. Wow. Oh, it just detected my location, and Yeah. So I hope you guys are able to see the website preview. How are you feeling? Happy, calm, energetic, focused, thoughtful, melancholy, adventurous, sleepy. Tell the mood, guys. Let us fade it. What mood are you guys in right now? I really hope happy, upbeat, and joyful because summer school is bound to make you happy. Oh, also focused. I hope you guys are focused. Energetic. Wow. Best. You're feeling energetic, high energy emotion. Get music recommendation. For energetic vibes and the current location mode, it's giving out thunder and uptown funk. Wow. Oh, and the link is also actually working. Wow. Do you guys want a different mode? Okay, calm. Sharmila says calm. Okay. You're feeling calm. Get music. Yeah. It is giving out some calm music with the Spotify and YouTube link. Also, you can save the music also. Uh, if I save it here, probably I can see somewhere else where I can see all my saved music. So, any other moods you want to try, guys? Okay. Jay Agarwal has given a modification. We can do a little bit modification. If someone wants Hindi, Telugu, or Punjabi, it will be more amazing. Okay. So, so according to Jay Agarwal, languages. Sorry. Okay. I hope you guys are able to see the prompt generation. So, yeah, let's copy it and let's. Yeah, I'm right now implementing the language feature also. So that's it. Yeah. You guys can iterate more features. You can give language, or you can further give genre of music, pop, funk, K-pop, etc. So it's just how you iterate. You can make this website multi-layered, more and more deep. You guys can probably make it Spotify come into the directly. You can play the music directly here itself instead of going to Spotify. So so this is the website. It matches the weather, time hour. So now it's the night time, so it gives related to time also, and then it is mood driven. Let us see if language also comes into the same page. Yeah. Okay, so that's an about page also, as you can see. So how it works, ready to discover your soundtrack, and then time hour algorithm, mood recognition, smart curation, multiple platform integration, community driven. Wow. Just with one prompt, guys, we have developed a good and amazing website. So yeah, it's still generating. Let us see as soon as the feature gets added. Yeah, sure. I can just give the link to you and you can remix the same design also. I think the feature is ready now. Yes. So let us choose happy, choose language. Yes, guys. So language is implemented. As you can see, it took the world's famous languages and yeah, I think I forgot to put it as India. Yeah, so you can iterate it further. You can tell based on your location, get the country and choose all the languages in the country. Like, I don't want to live in India and listen Portuguese songs. There may be very rare people who does it. So I'm going to choose English, French, Hindi, Japanese. Sorry, okay, Korean. Remember my language preference. Get happy music in 4 languages. Okay, it's not giving in all the languages. So yeah, you can reiterate by saying it's not giving in all languages and tell to it that give in all languages. Let me just give one language and check. Okay, you guys read this and tell, okay, it's not giving based on the language. You have to take a screenshot and give it to Lovable. I don't know, there's no credits left for this more, but yeah, you guys can take a screenshot and take a screenshot here and tell to Lovable that it's not giving correct to the music and language. Please correct it. So it will give an output. So that's it. We have a full-fledged website ready. It might be faulty at times, but with more and more reiterations, it will become amazing as time goes on. Do you guys have any other doubts? So yeah. So yeah, guys. If you guys have any doubts regarding Lovable and how to prompt, I hope Karan had made the prompt engineering very clear. It is not redirecting to the song exactly because uh, we don't have that API yet. So what are APIs? APIs are like you need to get Spotify API links to get that perfect link of the each and every song. So what it does is when I click the link of Spotify, it is going to spotify.com. But if we get an API key and if you develop it further, you can put the API key here in the Lovable also, or you can connect this with another backend developing website, and if you give the API, so it can actually redirect you to the Spotify also. That can also be done. Jay Agarwal. I hope it clears. So, any other doubts? You guys can text in the group regarding any doubts if you have. We'll also give the assignment soon of this class. It will be an assignment regarding Replit, Lovable, and prompt engineering. So
Tanish, can we share the assignment right now? Is it okay if we do that?
we'll share it in the group as soon as the session gets over, like Google
Done,
Form link
done.
along with the assignment.
Cool, cool, cool.
Guys, if you have any other doubts, me and Karan will be here and for a few more minutes to clear all your doubts. So I hope this you guys got the gist of what the session was aiming to do. How did you guys feel about it? Was the session enjoyable? Do you guys get that juice flowing inside you to create websites from Replit and Lovable right now? I hope you are waiting to go right after the session ends, or probably doing it right now. Attendance link, I've shared it before and deleted it, like because for 5 minutes alone it was there, not filled the attendance form. Okay, we'll see about it. Um, I will share it right now once again, if possible. Karan, can you share that attendance form in the chat?
For sure. Just a moment.
Yeah, guys, the form is there in the chat. The message will be deleted in some time, so fill it as soon as possible.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for such a wonderful session. And if you have any doubts, any comments to make, or any recommendation, maybe that can make us all millionaires. Any suggestion that we can use these APIs and these automation tools to create a product that will just, you know, um, maybe defeat Nvidia one day in terms of market share. What say, Tanish? Do you think that using these tools we will be able to create something that big?
Yeah, absolutely, Karan. The next Google might probably come from one of the no-code tools itself.
Absolutely. That is like, this is what the kind of freedom that these application gives to maybe someone who has not studied code, to create things that he just has that idea, And shaping that idea earlier used to take a lot of engineers, a lot of money, but now it only takes a few clicks and a few right prompts. So that is something, a humongous change has arrived.
So thank you guys for joining. We'll be ending the session soon. If you have any final doubts you want to ask both of us, hey guys, bye bye.